Hello everyone, Danny Garola here, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from a very warm Tucson, Arizona. I think we got up a little bit over 80 today. I think we got to 81 today. So it's warm. I had to actually come out here and turn the AC on for a little bit, knowing that I was going to be going live later today. And since I am an hour earlier my time, because Arizona doesn't have time change like you guys do. So part of the year I have to go live at 6, part of the year I have to go live at 5 to keep me at a consistent time for everybody else in the country. So hello Wendy. So I am a little bit earlier here than what I am during like winter time here. So just to let you guys know, everything is bright and sunny here. The garden is up and going. We actually got all the fencing around the garden to keep the little critters out, because they tend to like to go into the garden and eat my vegetables, so we then cannot eat them. We had them going in the greenhouse. During January, I had planted him, so now everything has been moved outdoors, since we pretty much don't worry about frost happening or freezing happening at night. I know that's crazy. Some of you guys are still dealing with the freezing points at night. Hopefully we don't have any of those coming up. I did watch the news earlier, and they were saying that not this week that we're in, but the following week, we might be seeing the mid 90s. Ugh, I'm so not ready for that. Like 80s, 70s are good. Yes, here in the barn it gets pretty warm because I don't have insulation on the walls yet. But the 90s, yuck. I'm just not ready for that. So we will deal though, and just if we have to turn the AC on, we have to turn the AC on. That's what we have it for. So that's all good and dandy. Let's see. Today is the 17th, which is good old St. Patrick's Day. I made sure I put my green on today so nobody in my family would pinch me. But they didn't even know anything about it. My mom went over to our neighbor's house a little bit ago and went and had dinner with them. And they did corned beef and cabbage and a apple pie. So she got to have food. My dad is currently up in Oregon now, visiting family and friends, and all things business with his job. And well, he doesn't have the job any longer, but he is going to one of the company meetings to still see his friends and all that kind of stuff. So all that is happening. So he should be home here within, like, I think he comes back this weekend, sometime this weekend. So he's only up there for like a week and a half, I think, and then he'll fly back home. What is going on this week? This week we have mystery stamping coming up on Wednesday over on my Facebook page. Now, if you guys are watching me and it says live up in the top corner, it's a little red live button. That means you have caught me in real time. If you comment with me, I can answer you back and talk to you right here on the live. If you're not catching me live, that's okay. You can watch the replay and I will still see your comments and answer any questions that you may have. So today we are going to be doing the Storybook Garden Patch, which is the second part of the Storybooks Moment Suite Collection. Last week I did the Storybook Friends, which was fantastic. Such a cute little set with all those little animals that are in there. Now, the Storybook Garden Patch is more for your gardening needs, as far as like springtime. Super cute. You've got really adorable gardening tools along with some of your fruits and vegetables happening up here. And then you've got your dies that coordinate with that stamp set. So I will be sharing that as soon as I get you guys flipped around here. I also have some other things to share with you. I did get my paper pumpkin today for March Daisy Daydream. I will be spoil alerting you all when I go to share that in case you haven't gotten yours yet and you don't want to see the contents in the box. I will let you know before I share my box so I don't ruin it for anybody else, because I know that's kind of a huge kind of surprise when it comes in the mail. I am going to be showing you guys now how you can do your paper pumpkin subscriptions. Stampin' Up has made it so much more easier for you guys to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. No more having to go to a separate website to order your paper pumpkins. You can do it all now from the website, shopdannygarola.com. Hit that shop button. It'll take you right into my online store. And I'm going to show you how to do all that and set up your subscription from there. So then you don't have to remember any more usernames, passwords, all that for any more things that we, God, have going on in life. Hello, Mom. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys flipped around and I am going to talk shop, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the Storybook Garden Patch cards that I have come up with for you guys tonight. I think you guys are really going to love these cards. They are so cute. So hold tight. Let me get you guys flipped around. We don't want anybody getting sick here. I try to make sure I hold my hand over the camera just so you're not seeing us flip, so it doesn't make anybody feel wheezy. Okay, so here we are. I am going to put my hair up because it is warm. Now I had to turn the AC off in here because it was extremely loud and it would drive you guys bananas if I was to leave it on. So it'll be okay. I did open the window up, so that'll let some air come in here. And now that it's turning later in the day, it's not so crazy hot. I think, we actually got up to 84 today. Right now we are sitting at 78. So yeah, it's dropped a little bit. All right, so let me show you guys how you would get into the online store. So let me go to, let's do shop dannygarola.com. And when you go to shopdannygarola.com, it is going to take a few minutes to get you in there. It's going to take you to my website. What you're going to do is you are going to go shop now, which is along that top bar. And right up here in the top, it's just as easy as typing in paper pumpkin. And it's going to take you to our paper pumpkins. So right here is where your paper pumpkin monthly subscription is. So all you'd have to do is click that. And then you could do the pay as you go. You can then do your prepaids right from here. Maybe I should flip it this way. Maybe it'd be easier to see. It might make it a little bit bigger. So right here, it will show you if you want to do your prepay. You could do 3 months, 6 month, or 12 month. And they just have a little description there beside that. But right here, all you have to do is click the one, depending on however many subscriptions you want to do. Then you hit subscription checkout and you do it like you would do any other online purchase. And it would take you right through going into your checkout process. And then you will get that monthly at your mailbox or doorstep, however your mail comes to you. So I'm going to share with you guys the Daisy Daydreams March box. So anybody who does not want to see the inside contents of this box, I would suggest you turn away now because I am going to open this up and share it with you. So in this month's kit, these are the stamp sets. And like I had said, for the March kits, you do get a extra free stamp set in this. Super, super cute. I am loving the sentiments in this. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Sweetest birthday wishes. Thank you. Wishing you brighter days ahead. Enjoy your special day. And thank you for always being there for me. You get this really fun bee. You get the wings, the little body of the bee, and then a little beehive here. Then here's a big beehive with some really neat little florals for your corners. Hello and happy birthday. It comes with the Lost Lagoon ink spot. Your first kit will come with a ink block. It looks like, let me see if I have one right here handy. I think I do. It comes with a block that you can mount your stamps on. Your first kit will come with your clear mount. So your contents of your box will be all neat and packaged like this, and then it shows you your pamphlet, and then the cards that you are going to make or projects. Not always are you going to be making cards. Sometimes they have cute little gift boxes, different little things that they have you create. Okay, it comes with this little package that's going to have your Stampin' Dimensionals, your little mini glue dots that are in there. Everything that you need as far as adhesive, any kind of embellishments that they give you. If they give you little gems, I'm not sure if this one came with any little. Let me look over here. Whoops. No, this one comes with little gold foil. So this one does not have any little embellishments in it. But all your envelopes are included. And I like that this time they did do 3 different designs for your envelope. Or no. Yeah, 3 different designs. So you have this one here, then that one, and then that. And then your card bases. Whoops. And everything is put together to go with each thing. So those go with the little pool party. And then this. And then these go, and look, and they're even kind of shiny and shimmery. You've got some more card bases here that those go with. Try to keep everything together here. These are really neat little die cut pieces. They look like little honeycombs. You've got some more die cut pieces and then some fun flowers here with your little bees. It looks like you get 3 sheets of those. And then your little sentiment borders that you need to create sentiments on. You can do your stamping. And then you will get this if you want to put these in separate little stamp set, a stamp case. And then you get a 3-leaf little pamphlet here that walks you through step by step on how to put each one of your cards together. And then here on this back page, it shows you each item that you're going to need for that set of cards. So here it's showing you what you're going to need. The flowers, and then the stamp pad, the ink, or the ink pad, and then the stamp that you're going to actually use for this card. Same with this card, and then with card number 3. And then it walks you through step by step how to place those items on that card base. There are little ideas on the back. If you go to, if you scan this little QR code, it takes you to how to assemble video. And then I think there's actually, I thought they showed you some other little ideas that they went along with it. Maybe they don't do that anymore. But then if you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to the monthly add-on kit that goes with this, which is this little add-on dies that we had. And then I think there might be a refill coming up for this kit. I think I saw that this was going to have a refill. I couldn't imagine why not. I think from what I can remember, they have been doing refills for each one of the kits. Okay, so I have put that away. So any of you guys that were kind of not wanting to watch that, you guys are welcome to come back. So on the 20th of this month, coming up this Thursday, I am going to have my in-person class. This is over at the Tucson Mall. And we are going to be putting together the, let me grab the little leaflet for that. This is called the Welcoming Garden Kit. This is going to be making 3 cards. You're going to make 1 of each design. Here's the 3 different designs. The really fun thing about these cards is they open up 3 ways. So they're kind of a neat little fun fold that the orientation is really kind of neat. You've got some really pretty flowers included in these cards. So I think this is going to be a really, really fun class. And they're kind of an all occasion card. So that way you can have them to give anytime you need an extra card and somebody comes over or you need a thank you, get well, something like that. You can always throw that sentiment in the inside of that. So that is coming up. You can register for that class over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. If you go to my blog, all you have to do is go to pinkbarnstamper.com. Once you're there, you're going to go over here to the right-hand side, and over here I have my in-person class. Once you click on that, it's going to take you right to my in-person classes that I am offering. I have this hooked up to a different internet, so it's taking a little bit longer. But here is the Welcoming Garden, which is the one that I am doing right now for this coming up week. You would click on that. It'll take you into that blog post. For you, the pictures should pop up a lot quicker than they are out here. And then you will be able to click the register here button. Once you click that, it's going to take you over to the form that you will be able to register for that. And there's just a few questions in there, and you can decide whether or not you want to pay right now for the class or if you want to pay on Thursday. Ooh, I don't know why the heck it was just doing that. Goodness gracious. Well, it's taking a minute. Well, anyways, it'll take you into a Google's, there it is, a Google Doc form that all you have to do is just fill out a couple of questions here, and that will send it to me, and I will get you on the list to get you into the class. Okay, we have mystery stamping coming up this Wednesday on the 19th over on my Facebook private group, which is Pink Barn Stampers group. If you would like to join that group, I will let you in. There's just a couple of questions that you have to make sure that you answer. Otherwise, I can't accept your join if you don't answer those questions. I do have a couple of people sitting in pending because they haven't answered questions yet. So do make sure that you go back in and answer those questions. It's just to try to keep that group as private as possible so we don't get lingerers or bots and all that kind of stuff in there. We do have a new quarter of paper pumpkin. So this is the add-ons for our coordinating paper pumpkins. This is called the Hugs a Bloom dies. Now we've got the June are these 2 flowers here. April is going to be Hugs and May is going to be this. But when you order it, you're going to get all 4 of these dies in one little package. It kind of looks like spring is in the air. This is the one for the kit that I just shared with you. But just so you guys can see, you get the little dies in here, and there's the little bumblebees that goes with that March kit. So you just get this little die and it will come like this. You'll get all 4 of those. So those will coordinate with your quarterly paper pumpkins. So you'll have April, May, and June. Those coordinate with all 3 of those kits. Here's kind of a bigger picture of the April kit. This is called the Inked Occasions. Very, very pretty watercolors going on in here. It almost looks kind of a little bit marbly. I know it's a watercolor, but you've got some really pretty colors that are going to coordinate with this. Really make you kind of think of spring, those bright, fun colors. It says craft stunning cards with hand-painted alcohol ink designs. This is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes, textured gold foil on the card bases and sentiments, pre-cut paper pieces, and butterfly embellishments. And then it says that it's going to come in a beautiful coordinating box. So you can always gift those boxes when you're done with those. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I just recently purchased is if you take a look at our scrapbooking brochure. This is the January brochure that came out. Now, here we have, this is the one that I purchased. This is the Meant to Be scrapbooking workshop. It is going to make 9 12 by 12 or 6 12 by 12 scrapbook layouts. It does have the 2 of the 12 by 12 that coordinate together. So I will show you that in just a moment, but just to let you know that that is available for you. Aren't these so cute? I love the little bees that are in this. Now, I did go ahead and purchase the Meant to Be dies and stamp. Super, super cute. Here, we used to have a set that kind of looked like this that had an actual bee die. People ask if that matches up. You can put it together, but it's going to, I think it only works on, it's only the bigger one or the smaller one. I can't recall which one it is. But then you have this die set that I purchased this pretty much for the die set because I love, love, love these dies. Look at these dies. I am a sucker for nesting dies when they coordinate together. So you have all of these different, there's 5 different sizes of these dies here that will coordinate together. They do look like that beehive, little honeycomb, but, and I love words that can be put together too. So you've got the more thinner word, and then you've got the outline of the word as well. So kind of like a shadow that would sit behind that. That is super fun. Then you've got your different size bees of your bodies, and then their little wings as well. And then some super cute little flowers here. So I love this die set. I will be doing a class with this particular set here, the Meant to Be. Again, this is going to be found inside of the online store. You can search Meant to Be, or you can look in the scrapbooking brochure and you're going to find that as well. So the way a scrapbooking workshop comes is you don't have to have the stamp set, because the workshop is going to come with your stickers or die cuts or whatever you need to go ahead and put your scrapbooking pages together. Here are the 6 pages. Like I said, 2 coordinate together. So it's going to be 3 2-page 12 by 12 layouts that coordinate together. So you can see here's layout number 1, layout number 2, and layout number 3. They give you all the papers that you need to create these. They also show you in the scrapbook workshop how to cut each one of the papers. They show you the front and the back of the papers, and then what pieces you need to cut. You will have lots of leftovers of your paper to create cards as well. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Melanie. Welcome, welcome, you guys. We also have our 2-tone cardstock that comes in here. They show you which side, the dark and the light, which ones to cut with that also. And then they show you how to do the assembly of the layouts. There's numbers and letters that coordinate as you're cutting your paper. They do suggest that you label them so you can put them together. But this is a fantastic way to get into scrapbooking. If you've always loved scrapbooking, but you've never known, like, how do you lay things out? What do you do with these things? This is a fabulous way of putting everything together because they take the kind of the hard part of figuring out how things get laid. They do that for you. So I just want to show you this paper here. We do have this fun little bees. Look at that. I love that old olive. Then we've got 2 sheets of this here with the little bees, the little back ends of the buzzy. There's that. Then you've got the flowers with the blue stripes. 2 sheets of those. And again, you will get plenty of scraps that you can make cards as well. Now this one is a specialty paper. That's why the back of it is white. But you do get 2 sheets of that. These are also white on the back. These yellow ones. Then here are your 2-tone papers. So as you can see, and I hope you can kind of see this on camera, one side is a lot lighter than the other side. So if I flip this over, you've got the darker side and then you've got the lighter side. But to see the comparison, I will show you like that. Super, super cool. Now they have decided to come out with a lot of our colors that are now in the 2-tone 12 by 12 sheets, especially for the scrapbooking community. So that is our old olive. Then this is the pool party. So this is going to be the darker and the lighter. I think you guys can see the contrast there. Hopefully my lighting is well enough to show you that. Here you get some of our white cardstock to cut down. They show you exactly how to cut those as well. Here is, you get 2 sheets of these. These are flower and little heart die cuts. Now, the thing that I love about these scrapbook workshops is they actually number the back of your flowers to show you your flowers and your hearts to which set of layouts they actually coordinate with. So if you look back here, they're going to say a number on them that's going to tell you that that's what set of layouts they go with. Now, this is a sheet of stickers. They're sticky on the back side. When you lift those up, these will go coordinating with that. They give you a little journaling sheet that you could do some journaling on your scrapbook page. Same with these here. And then some really fun coordinating long stickers that would go on your 12 by 12. And then you have your photo layouts that they give you. So you would map these down, and then your photos would set right on these sizes. So then you know what size photos you need to have made, or whether you want to cut them down to size. They show you exactly how to do that. So this really takes the guesswork out of scrapbooking, and I just love this. I actually made the fall ones that we had for autumn, and they were beautiful, turned out so well. Okay, so there's that. I just wanted to share with you those because I know some of you guys have seen that scrapbook brochure, but weren't quite sure exactly how that works. So now I just wanted to give you kind of a flip through of it to see exactly how that happens. Now, I need to take a drink, and I have not opened this yet. I dropped it earlier, but thank God these poppies don't have a lot of carbonation in them. So I don't have to worry about it exploding everywhere. Okay, so here's a better look at the Storybook Garden Patch. This is the set we're going to be using tonight. The 2 coordinating papers that go with these sets, you've got the Timeless Plaid and the Storybook Moments. I am going to be using a little bit of both of those. So these are the 3 cards that we made from the Storybook Friends. Now, I will let you guys know that in the Storybook Garden Patch, there are no sentiments in this. So when you buy this whole suite collection and you get the Storybook Friends, it's going to have your sentiments in that, just so you know that. Hello, Linda. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's move these out of the way and let's get started on today's cards. Oh, let's move my iPad. I don't need that in the way. So this week, you will, when you place a $35 or more order with me in my online store, shopdannygarola.com, you're going to get a kit in the mail that looks like this. It's going to have all the cardstock, all the paper that you need to create the 3 cards that I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight. Now, just to let you guys know, I am going to be making 4 cards tonight because 2 of the papers that I've chosen, kind of when you cut one, you cut both. But you will receive 1 card base to create that, just so you're aware of that. But yeah, these are the 3 cards. So as you see me complete them, you'll know where each one of these pieces of paper kind of coordinate together with each other. I do have this piece because I already cut these for that last project, but I'll get into that when I show you what I plan on doing, because I don't know, I kind of just change things around, so it is what it is. All right, so for the first card, we are going to be, and you're also going to get envelopes, so your cards will be ready to go. You will have to purchase the Storybook Garden Patch, and if you choose to use the little die cut pieces out of this paper, I may be using a few of these. I haven't really come up with an idea if I'm going to use them or not. I think I probably will use a couple. You will need to buy this paper pack. This is called the Storybooks Moments, because I don't have enough of these to go around, and I would have to buy a bunch of these paper packs, and I just don't need that much of it. So you guys will have to buy this paper if you want to use these. Otherwise, you can use, when you purchase your Storybook Garden Patch, you can use your stamps and your dies to cut out your little pieces that you want to use to go on your cards. But I will be giving you the paper as far as what you need to create the card that way. All right, so for this first card, we are going to need our thick white card base. And what we're going to do with this is 8.5 by 5.5. We just need to score this at 4 1/4. So our scoring blade is our lighter gray. So we're just going to make that so we can score that so we can then have our crease in the center of our card base. So there's our card base. We then need 2 pieces of our coordinating cardstock that's going to go with our designer series paper. I have chosen the Night of Navy. Now these are both 4 by 3 1/4. They're both the same size. This piece here is going to be 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. So it's going to be the same height as our cardstock, but it's just, our cardstock is going to be a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch wider because we're going to do some cutting of that. All right, so for those 2 pieces, we are going to go ahead and set those aside. And I have chosen the really fun little garden print on this. So what we want to do is we are going to go ahead and start cutting this. It's kind of like a little mosaic is what we're going to be creating on the front of this. So you want to kind of put this in here with at least about a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch up at the top space. But then you want to kind of slightly slant your paper and cut that like so. Then when you go to lay these off, make sure that you keep them going the same pattern. You can put the, if they get mixed up, say you get a gust of wind or your fan comes on or whatever and it blows it off your desk that you're creating, you can always kind of piece these together like a puzzle, but I'm just trying to save you time to not have to deal with that. So this one, we're just going to come back down this way. And then we're going to go that way even more. Just as long as we're kind of just keeping a pattern. And then laying our pieces over here. Now, me and my husband were talking, and I think with us having a new catalog coming out in May, I think him and I are going to do a catalog flip through together. So he can kind of give his spin on what he thinks would be a great, great products to get out of that the new catalog. Because of course he's going to see things differently than I do. So it might be kind of fun to have another person's perspective on the catalog. Okay, so now we've got all these little pieces cut, and I know that piece looked very tiny when we were done with it, but we are going to be cutting some of this off. But to begin with, we want to start that first side on the right of this, and we are just going to adhere this right to the edge. Right to the edge of that. Now, the good thing with using our multi-purpose glue is you've got a little bit of wiggle room to wiggle that around on there and get it right to the edge of that. Our next piece, we're going to lay right beside that, but we are going to leave just an 1/8 of an inch showing through there. Oh, there was a weird buzzing sound going on in here, and it just kind of like freaked me out. I was like, what is happening right now? I forgot my husband put a little mini fridge in here, and that's what I hear going over there, is the little mini fridge. Okay, we're gonna do that. Now remember how this piece was a skosh longer than our designer series paper? Well, that's why, is because we're leaving these little 1/8 of an inch pieces showing through that. Do you guys have any special plans for St. Patrick's Day tonight? Did you guys make your corned beef and cabbage? I normally do every year, but this year I just didn't. I wasn't really feeling it, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because it's so warm that it just didn't feel like cabbage and corned beef to me kind of day. So my husband decided he would make burgers tonight. So that's what he's doing out there, is getting the Traeger going and making burgers. He made some really good stir fry the other night. He got the Blackstone going and went out and made some stir fry. It turned out really good. He made his own seasoning for it and everything. Okay. We're gonna just keep plugging right along here. Okay, we've got this last little piece here. Now you might think, oh, you can't even really see that and it's going to fall off the edge, and that's okay because we are going to be cutting some of this off. So that's okay. We can leave it just like so and see how it hangs off the edge. That's a-okay. Because we need to cut a 1/4 of an inch off this side and a 1/4 off of this side, so then it will be kind of sticking off the side of that. So if you want to do an 1/8 of an inch off of each side, you could do that to kind of make it more uniform. I'm going to go ahead and cut off about a 1/4 of an inch off of that side, because this side, I got it pretty close to the edge. Maybe there's just a little sliver that I'm going to take off, just like so. And then I'm going to do my 1/4 of an inch off of this side. Just like that. So now there is my really neat little mosaic. And then, oops, I need to cut off a little bit more from this side. So I'm going to cut off there we go. My 1/4 of an inch off of each side. We actually needed to do a 1/2 inch off of the long side and a 1/4 of an inch off the top, because the top was the same and the sides were a little bit longer. And I've got glue on my desk. Ugh. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to just glue this right to our Night of Navy layer here. So it has a really neat little border. Just like so. Yes, definitely keeping my glue cool. That's why I opened a new one, because the other one, every time I open it, it seems to like just go spewing everywhere. And if I don't keep it cool, we've got problems. And you guys witnessed that last week. So gotta keep the, oh yeah, the refrigerator. That's what I get what you're saying. Yeah, putting it in the refrigerator is gonna definitely keep that cool. Now we are going to put this right on our white, but I think I'm going to bring in some of the, now if you get the Sweet collection for this, the scalloped petal pink ribbon, you will find in that Sweet collection. So I'm just going to wrap this around the bottom here, like so. I'm just going to cut like that, and then we are going to tape the sides. Like that. Okay, I'm going to take another little piece here, and we are going to wrap this underneath that ribbon and just tie a bow, or a knot, not a bow. Just tie a knot there. Now we can come in and make this a little bit shorter because I kind of got a little overzealous. Okay, and that's going to go right there. We are going to pop this up with some dimensionals. Yeah, I'll have to make sure that when I'm done with this video tonight, hopefully, well, it normally takes about 12 hours for the refrigerator to cool down. I'm not sure about those mini ones if they cool a little bit quicker, but nonetheless, I will put my pack of glue in there that I got to keep it nice and cool so we don't have any problems in the future. As long as it doesn't freeze my glue, we don't want any problems with that. Okay, that is what we're doing with that. And then I want to grab, now these are the antique pearls that come with the Sweet Collection. But I think this time, because I used the petal pink, I did this last week on one of the cards that I created also, the low profile dots. I love the petal pink little dots here. I am going to use those. Oh, you rented an Airbnb. Oh, how fun is that? The Amish area to scrapbook and make cards. Oh, how fun. That sounds fantastic, Kim. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these and we are just going to add these right over here. I'm going to do a big and a little and a big. So did any of you guys get to go to the Raleigh on stage? If you did, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, number one. Number two, I was so excited that they released the upcoming for next year. It's going to be in, what did they say, Long Beach, California, which is so much closer to me, and I will definitely be going to that one. So I definitely plan on going to on stage next year. Hopefully I will get on the ball and I will reserve my tickets way sooner than I tried to last year. I just couldn't believe how quickly they sold out. Okay, so now I'm going to grab just a bit. I thought I had some pieces already cut, but apparently not. I'm going to grab this same paper and I'm going to cut a little piece of this for the inside also. So I'm going to cut this down to a 1/2 inch strip here. And I'll have this for future cards. And then that is going to be at the 5.5. So this will go on the inside of my card down here, like that. And then we can always add a couple little stamped images on the inside of this if we wish, or we could use that sentiment from now. If you want, you can add a sentiment to the front of this. I'm not going to do a sentiment on the front. I am going to bring in Storybook Friends and I am going to use the sentiment Happy Spring. If I can, oh, there it is right by my thumb. And I'm going to stamp Happy Spring on the inside. And I think I'm going to do it in that Night of Navy, since I used Night of Navy as the card base color on the front. Perfect. And I'm going to put this right down here in this bottom. Thank you so much, Wendy, for telling people to throw up their thumbs, give me some likes, give me some hearts. I do truly appreciate that so much. Wendy's got my back on that one. So we just put the little happy spring on the inside of there, but it just kind of focuses on that paper that we all love so much. And it just kind of breaks it up so you can really kind of look at that and be like, that is the same pattern, but you have cut it in that mosaic look to it. And I just think that turns out so cute for a very simple but fun technique for a card. And so that is card number 1. Okay, now let's get to card number 2. Now, card number 2 is kind of a little fancy fold, and this is nothing new, but kind of new to me. I have not done this kind of a card yet. So we are going to do some scoring here. We need, I have chosen boho blue for this, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. We are going to score this at 4 1/4. So again, we need our light blade. Then we're going to go to 2 1/8. And score that. Okay, so that's going to be our card base. So 2 1/8, 4 1/4. So we're going to fold that in half. So this is going to be just a regular Z-fold card base when you first look at it. That's going to fold back on itself. So let's make sure we give this a good burnish down here on both creases. So there's our little Z-fold. Let me get the pieces that we need. So on the inside, we are going to use our wild wheat. Now, this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Our next piece that we're going to put on the inside there is going to be our 5 by 3 3/4. So that's going to go just like so. So let's go ahead and glue that. So this is that timeless plaid paper that I told you I was going to use on one of these cards. Okay, that's going to get glued right into the center there. Okay, our next pieces that we need, this is going to be our, where did my ruler go? This needs to be 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and then another strip of that same paper is going to be 5 by 1 5/8. So then that's going to get laid right in the inside or on the front part. So when you fold this, see how that's going to be on the front little flap there. Now you could do this again on the inside here if you choose, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that side blank because when your card's closed, you're not really going to see that anyways. Okay, then this is going to go on our card front. Just like so. Now we've got this little piece that's going to be for a little mechanism for the inside of our card base. Now this is 5 by 1, and what we want to do is we want to score this every 1 inch. So you're going to do 1 inch, slide it over to 2 inch, score it again at 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4-inch, and that's going to leave your 5th inch on there. Now what we're going to do with this is you're going to score, 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 and score. And when we're done with that, we are going to adhere that together, and you're going to have a little square that looks like that. So what we need to do is we need to give this a good, on all those score lines, give that a good crease. And that last one. And then put those two together, and you just want to adhere the first flap to the last flap. Now, a lot of the time you would want to use like a tear and tape or something like that, but I really have found that the green glue actually works just as fine. Some people will disagree with me on that, and that's okay. You use whatever glue you feel is going to suit your project. So now when that's adhered, you're going to have this little like cube, this little box. Now what we're going to do with that little box is we are going to put glue on 2 sides of it, and then that is going to adhere right in there. 2 sides are not going to have glue. You're going to see those with no glue on them. I think I'm going to put my folded part on the inside here so that stays flush. So when I fold that, it will be down like that, and your card will still fold flat. So just know that this can still be a card that will be mailable. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that down like that, grab the glue, glue both sides of that, and I'm just going to adhere that right to that center line. Now you can measure if you want to be precise. As you guys know, I'm not a precise person. It just works the way it is. Whoops, I didn't give that time to adhere. Kind of jumped the gun on that one. Okay, maybe that's why people say to use tear and tape, but as long as I let it adhere down, we should have a perfect little mechanism. Yep, that works. Okay, so there's our little mechanism. So as you can see, there's that little square cube in the inside of that card. Okay, the next pieces that we're going to need is we're going to need 3. Now these are, I believe, 2 by 2. Yep, 2 by 2. So we've got 3 of our boho blue, so the same color as our card base. Then I have done 3 wild wheat, so our layer card base. These are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then my little white squares are 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. So they're just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the wild wheat, and the wild wheat is 1/4 of an inch smaller than our boho blue. So what we can do is we're going to stamp and put some little images on this. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these right on to the boho blue. So we can at least give those time to dry. Okay, there's the next one, and let's go ahead and do the last one. Now this is where you can choose with this paper, what I was saying, with your little images here, you can take any of your little images and you can do it on 2 of these. I'm going to use the third one to do a sentiment on, but keeping it the fruit and vegetable from our Storybook Garden. That's why I'm going to use stamps, but you can use any of these little characters. You could do the little seed packages, some of the little strawberries, the little acorns. What would be cute is if you did the little rain boots and maybe a little pitchfork or the little rake. So you could use any of those little die images. I am going to use the stamped images so we can bring in some of these really cute little things. Now I think I need a little scrap of white, which I forgot to throw in here. You could go ahead and just stamp right on here, but I think I want it kind of raised a little bit. So I think that's where I'm going to come in and lift these a little bit. So let's go ahead and stamp. I think I'm going to do a couple little carrots so we can have, now they might hang over a little bit, which is okay. So I need my Memento Black. So we're going to stamp once, twice, and that seems to have a very long edge on it that I keep getting up there, but that's okay. We're going to die cut it. And then maybe let's do some, should we do a thing of lettuce? Let's do a lettuce. That seems very garden-esque. So then I'm going to do my little head of lettuce right here. So let's close these. And on one of these, I am going to use a sentiment. I think maybe we might do, we can do thank you so much. Now, just to let you know, we are going to turn these so they're like the diamond shape. They're not going to be square. They're going to be diamond, like so. So when we go to stamp, we want to make sure that our words are in the diamond orientation. I think I like that. Thank you very much, I think it says. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And I'm just going to do that in black. Now, in that diamond shape, I'm going to get this, try to get this pretty straight here. I think that looks straight-ish. Perfect. Now that is ready to go right on there with our sentiment. On these other ones, I want to come in with my pens. So I am going to grab my pumpkin pie, and I think I'm going to use peach pie as well because I like those different tones together. For the leaves, I'm going to grab my Old Olive. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this lettuce first. So I'm going to go more towards the inside of my lettuce. It's going to be darker in there than my brighter leaves on the outside. So I'm just going to go around some of these little marks that they have put on here for us. They kind of give you some little cheat. It's kind of a little cheat sheet that they give you. So coming in here, okay. Then, oops, I forgot to do up here. Now I will take my light and just blend those together. Oh, so before I came out here, I was watching, you guys remember those dumb shows? It was called The Leprechaun, that they had put out. They're like kind of little horror movies, but they were just kind of like dumb horror movies. Yeah, I had turned one of those on because I was like, hey, you know, it is St. Patrick's Day. I need to watch The Leprechaun because it's kind of an iconic St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I don't remember them being as hokey as they are, but yeah, whatever. I think I was watching like the second or third one because I think the very first one had Jennifer Aniston in it, if I can remember correctly. But I was young when I first watched it, and I remember it really kind of scaring me, thinking that this little leprechaun was going to come out of my bed and get me. And now watching it, I'm like, oh my Lord, what was I afraid of? What a dumb movie. But perception when you're a kid is way different than what it is when you're an adult. But I've always been like a horror movie fan. So thrillers and all that kind of stuff are kind of my jam. There's actually, I just saw a trailer for, now I can't remember what the name of the movie was. It is where this girl goes out on a date and she gets a text message on her phone telling her that her date needs to die or something like that. And I was like, that's a movie I need to watch. Just look kind of different. Okay, so doing the leaves on our carrots in the old olive as well. And again, I just followed the veins with the dark old olive, and now I'm just coming in here with the light old olive. Like so. Okay, now it's time to come in with our, now I'm going to use the light pumpkin on that. And then I think I'm going to use, let me see here. Will that be too dark? Yeah, that may be too dark. Now that was dark peach pie. So I think, let me look at, yeah, I think I'm going to do light peach pie over the top of that light pumpkin. Well, you almost can't see that. So maybe I might take the dark pumpkin and go back over those lines. Oh yeah, that's much better. So I'm taking the dark and going back over, that's dark pumpkin pie with my light peach pie. Now, if you don't want to go with buying more of these, you could do the light pumpkin with the dark pumpkin, and that would work just fine. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my little mini cutter here, and we're going to die cut those out. Now let me just set these over here on my card base along with those so we can cut these out. And I don't really need my trimmer sitting here. So let's grab our cutting plates for our mini. And let's grab these dies that coordinate. So we're going to do the carrot twice. And what do I have? Lettuce. There's lettuce. Oh, look at that little leafy lettuce. That's kind of cute. I didn't even see that. So let's take this. I'm gonna grab my tape. Now this is low tack tape, so I don't tear my image. And we're gonna need another piece and put the lettuce up there. Whoops. All right, now let's grab our top plate and cut through those. Okay, there is 1 carrot there and 1 lettuce here. And so we can put the lettuce away. We don't need that anymore, but we do need our other carrot because we've got to cut that one out. You can't do horror movies anymore. Let me finish reading that. Too much anxiety. You know, I feel where you're coming from on that, because as I've gotten older, like I can't watch, what are they called? Like tear jerkers anymore, because I will cry at anything. Maybe that's why it's kind of my fight or flight mechanism where I watch horror movies, because then I know that I won't cry. Because I know even watching some of my daughter's like Disney movies, I get a little teary and I'm like, okay, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with being that sappy crier over a movie. So I feel where you're coming from, Kim. Okay, so I'm gonna move those. Let's move this out of the way. All right, so there's our little pieces. Now, what I need to do is grab my little thank you very much, and we're going to add that to one of these. Okay. And then we're going to add, I guess I could have added these since I went ahead and die cut the other pieces, but yeah, I think I've gotten much more emotional as I've gotten older. And now I just seem to cry over every stupid thing. Okay, there's that. So before I put my veggies on there, I'm going to take my thank you very much and I'm going to bump it up right on this little square. Now, all I want to do is I only want to put a little bit of glue on the kind of at a little triangle shape, because I know that my point is going to come to an end on that. And I'm just going to put that in there and I'm just going to shut that and let that adhere and push that down. So the thank you very much is going to be on the inside of my card like so. So see how I do that? I just have the point bumped up right inside of there. Then I'm going to take my other two and I'm going to go to the top point of my card and just add glue to the one side over here on the back side of this. And you know that it's going to go to the center point, so you can add glue to the center. Okay, we're going to go right to the tippity top of that score line down to the point of the score line here. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this. Now they might overlap a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, to that bottom point up to the point of the other one. hold those there for a second, give those a couple of seconds to dry. And then what we're going to do, whoops, my glue came off of here. So maybe I do need to use tear and tape. Maybe that's why that was recommended. I didn't think I would need to because I've never really had a problem with anything adhering. Now, where the heck is my tear and tape? Maybe if I use seal, because I don't know where my tear and tape went. I'm going to use seal then. Let's see if that's going to work. So now let's put that down on there. I wish I knew where my tear and tape went. But we'll see. I think the seal will be okay. It has a better adhesion, so maybe that'll work better. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be pulling apart now. So definitely, I guess, use the stronger glue. Either use your Stampin' Seal or your tear and tape if you know where yours is, because mine has kind of took off MIA on me. All right, so there's that. I think I'm going to put my carrots right up here, and then my little lettuce is going to go right down here. Maybe I needed 2 bunches of lettuce. Okay, we're going to go like that. I'm going to grab, now let me just show you what I was talking about with the little cutouts. I have mine in a little baggie here. If you don't want to go this route with the stamping and die cutting, let me see if I can find something. Oh, look, so you could use like a little cute, maybe I might actually do that. I think I might do that there. And then maybe I'll do the carrots down here with my lettuce. Maybe we might do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the little bucket up there. You could always do, there was like a little trowel, I think, somewhere. Or maybe we'll do this. Set that right beside it. No, that seems to be too much. But I'm going to pop that up. Where did I put my dimensionals? So I'm going to pop up my little water can. All right, so I'm going to put the water can right there. And then I'm going to put one carrot straight down, just gluing it down. And then I'm going to pop up the other one. Put that like so. Then I think I'm going to pop up the other one, and I'm going to pop up the lettuce. Just like that. Okay, so let me grab my mini. Well, we've got a little piece here. Where did I put my scissors? We'll just use these. We've got our little end pieces here. Those are always good to use. Don't forget about those. Okay, I'm gonna put that right over here towards the end. And then we'll put a dimensional on our lettuce. Pop that up right there. There we go. So then there is our card with our thank you very much in the inside. Now, if you want to, you can keep going with this. You can take your little wheelbarrow and you can put that in the inside here. Maybe that's where you put, where did those little boots go? There were little, oh, there's little rubber boots. You can take your little rubber boots, put those on the inside down there if you want to. So there's many little things you can do with these, or if you want to, you could do one of your little characters. Put that inside. I was trying to think if there was a little garden one, if I remember seeing, or look at this guy. He's pulling a little radish out of the ground. He might be cute. Or the little bucket, because he's gathering the vegetables. Oh, I like that one, because she's got the blue on her hat. Let's do that. Look how cute that one is. Oh, I love that. And I think I'm going to adhere that straight down. She's cute because she's got her little rake. She's got her little basket grabbing her little vegetables. So yeah, you can go as big or as little as you want to on this. Let's put her right there. Oh, she's sweet. Okay, there is our super cute little fun fold, little mechanism card, and way easier than what you would think when you look at it. Now, what I would do is I would probably put a white piece on the back, and that's where I would put my sentiment. Like you could do a, this is for my next card, but just to show you, you could do a white piece and do your writing on the back, because then they can set their card up and see that and display it. So that is card number 2. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that fun? All right, let's get these little pieces picked up right quick. Actually, you know what? I think I might leave those out because we might decide to put those on another card. Okay, so the next card, cards, I have decided to bring in 2 different colors here. Let me move some of this so I don't make a really big mess. So I have brought in wild wheat, and I have brought in my old olive. Let me put these pens away. Oops, that doesn't go there. Maybe if I can get those in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of my pieces. Now, this is kind of a twofer. So you're going to need 2 different colors that are going to kind of coordinate together. Now, I've picked this paper right here. I picked the this little gardeny looking paper from that pack. So it's got all my little vegetables in it. And then I also picked this piece here because I thought this went well with both. Now, if you wanted to, you could use both with the same paper, but I thought just to kind of show the difference between the 2 and then show you this pack of paper as well, that I was going to bring this one in. So my first thing that I need to do is I need to make sure I cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut that. What? Okay. Okay. Is he leaving right now? Oh, okay, because I'm on my last card right now, so I don't want you around Caden if you're sick.
I don't think I'm sick. I forgot to take my pill last night.
Oh.
And I haven't not done that since I was prescribed it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think my body's just not being honest.
Okay, all right. Well, do you want to tell Dad to just wait until I'm done?
I could.
Yeah, because I'll be done probably within like the next like half hour, 45 minutes. Oops. Okay. So I was saying that you're going to do like a twofer. So I've got 2 pieces of paper here. They are both 4 by 5 1/4. And both of those go with these 2 colors. So we're just going to roll with that. So what I need to do is I need to take each piece and I need to cut this down. So you're going to potentially need 2 pieces. These are 11 by 8 1/2. We are going to cut this down to 5 1/2 by 11. So we're going to come over here and go to 5 1/2 by 11. Now don't get rid of this. You're going to need that piece. So I'm just going to set that aside for the moment. Let's grab the other one. Let's move my little butterflies here. This is a great little card. You guys are going to love this. Okay, 5.5 by 11. Set those over there. Now, on each one of your 5.5 by 11s, we're going to do some scoring on this. So what you need to do is you need to score this at 2.5. So let's get that dark blade out of the way. You're going to need the light blade, 2.5. Open up your little arm here on your trimmer if you're using the Stampin' Up trimmer. And then you're going to slide this over to 6 3/4. So 6 3/4, you're going to then score again. So you're going to have 3 panels now. Let's do the same thing on this one. So 2.5. 6 3/4. Okay. So now you've got both of those. So now we need to take this piece here and we are going to cut this down to 2 1/8. 2 1/8. Now you can use this for scrap or whatever you want to, but then we're going to cut it down to 10. And you're going to score that at 5. Okay, so there's one. We're going to do the same thing with this piece. Let's move these over here. Get these out of the way. So 2 1/8. Oh, I've got glue on there. By 10. And then score it at 5. Okay, now for the moment we can be done with that. So these are going to now be scored in half like so. Set that one up there. This one's going to get scored. Put that there. Now with these, what we're going to do is we're going to take it with that smaller piece over here and we're going to fold that. And with the big piece, we're going to fold that. So what we're really going to have here is actually, this needs to come like this and like this. So they're actually going to fold in on themselves. So you're going to have the big one on your left and your small one on the right. So it's going to look just like so. Wait a minute, why does that look funny? Hold on, I'm not doing something right here. Because this still needs to open. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, so it's going to look like a big Z fold. I was very confused for a second. I was not knowing how I folded it. Okay, so we're gonna actually keep this as if it's opening like a card, and then our little half fold is going to go in on itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this in on itself, and then fold this in half like a regular card. There we go. That makes more sense. Jeez Louise. My brain was not wanting to comprehend that. All right. So before we get too far, let's go ahead and cut this piece that we need to. So what we're going to do is, now that we see that, now that I've shown this to you correctly, see this little small fold here? What you want to do is you want to take your trimmer. So get your trimmer blade up here, and you can turn this however you want to. You can't screw it up as long as you start at this score line, and all you're going to do is cut down. So I'm going to, you don't want to go too far down on it because this is going to create a little pocket for us. So I'm going to go about like so, and then just cut that off. Okay. So as you can see, like so. Now, I'm not doing any measuring. I'm just kind of looking at it and just placing it on and just cutting those two little corners off. Now, you're not going to need these corners, so those can be scrapped, but that is how that's going to look. So what I've done next is I have grabbed this is the distress tile. I need my embossing folder, or my Stampin' Cut Emboss. And since this is a specialty plate, because it's a 3D, I need my specialty plate and my plate number 1. And it tells me that right here on this platform. Using a 3D embossing folder, use the plate 1 and the plate 4, which is your specialty plate. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to flip my little embossing folder open, and I'm just going to tuck this in just like so, right on that score line. So just like that. So this piece is going to be holding flat. You're going to close this. Make sure you get that in as far as you can on that score line. Now, your smaller embossing folder is going to be the perfect width to go through here. So you're going to hold that in there and then run that through. Just like so. So you've just embossed just this little front flap. Now we're going to do the same thing on this piece. So again, open your folder, put that in there on that score line, push that score line right up to the edge, place that in there. So this is the same thing you can do, like if you want to emboss your envelopes. If you ever want to emboss this piece on your envelope, you would do that same exact thing. You would take your embossing folder, open it up, and you'd place your envelope flap in there, and you can emboss that as well. And that makes a really pretty decorative look to your envelope. And if you put it on your card, it's kind of fun because then your card and your envelope are kind of matching. Matchy, matchy. All right, so now that we've got these pieces here, what we want to do is we want to grab our paper and we want to place this on that flap. So our embossed piece is going to be over on the right, and we are going to put our paper on just like so. And I think I like... yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, so we're going to do is glue, or we can use our Stampin' Seal, whatever, since I've got it sitting here. Now look how fun that one would be. That one could go on there too if you flipped it over and used the little houses. But I'm going to go with the vegetables since we are doing the garden theme. Okay, so I'm just going to place this on here. Now remember, if you use your Stampin' Seal, you don't have any wiggle room. So once you put it on there, you're committed. Okay, and then we're gonna go with this one. Okay, we're gonna place this one on here now. Okay, so now you've got both cards with our front little flaps on there. Now what we need to do is we need to take our glue, and you want to put a very thin little line of glue down the right side and the bottom, because this is going to make a little pocket for this here. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to hold that down. Give that a good time to go ahead and stick itself down so we don't have any problems with that popping back up. Now this is like a gift in a card. That's what I love about this. I think it's so fun to do a card like this. Okay, there's that one. Those of you guys who are demonstrators, if you have team members, this card makes a fantastic team gift. Okay, let that kind of sit there a little bit longer. Okay, so now you've got this little pocket in the top part of your card. Now you're going to need a scrap piece of white to do any kind of stamping or any kind of front decoration you want on here. We do need 2 pieces of white. Now these are just simply 3 3/4 by 5. Now that's going to go in the inside of both of those cards. This piece here is going to measure, this is 1 7/8 by 4 3/4. Now these are going to go right on the front of these. Now you can cut out another one of those as well to do in the inside if you would like, but I'm going to just leave it alone for the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my delightful tag topper. Now, I do not think this is available anymore, but you could use anything in place of this. So I'm just going to slide that in there and punch that there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece here. If I can get that in there. Just like so. Line that up. Oh, that's not going to work. Never mind. I'm not going to use the tag topper because that's going to cut way too much off. That's not what I want. So that's why I brought in my other option for myself is I'm going to grab, I'm actually going to use this one. I'm going to use my corner punch, and I'm going to corner punch the folded sides up here. You're going to have to put some muscle into it because you are cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock here. Okay, like so. And then this little dot right here, I'm going to place this in and go over that dot and push that down to get my little hole right there. Now on this piece, I'm going to do the same thing. So forget that I did that tag topper. I'll need to cut another one of those. I'm going to do the corners round each one of the corners of this. And then again, do that same thing and there's a perfect little line in the center of this punch that you can line this up. Now we've got a couple of different punches like this. One has like a decorative side, one has a little slant on it. I'm pretty sure you guys probably all have one of the few. So that's gonna go like that. If you don't want to, I don't think it's gonna work like that. So yeah, we're gonna move that up and adhere that down to that. Now we can do some stamping on here first, or we can put some little paper on there. I think I might do the little pots. I think the pots are cute, especially since we have our little vegetables. I'm going to take the pots and I'm going to stamp the pots in my memento. And I'm going to stamp that right towards the bottom of this. Okay, there's the pots. And then I can take one of my sentiments, but first I want to take my copper clay, since I think it looks the most like a terracotta color, and I am going to color my pots in. I'm using the dark first, just to kind of come in here, because I would imagine there would be quite a bit of a shadow underneath each layered pot. And same with the outside ridge here. And then kind of down here, you can do your shadowing how you see fit. Maybe come along the top here. And then come in with the light. Again, this is our copper clay. This color is going to be retiring this year. So if you don't have this and you love this color, especially if you have anything that is like a succulent and you have little pots or anything that you need to color, this is a great color for that. Unless you've been with Stampin' Up! For a while and you do have your terracotta tile. Now, I have seen some people sharing some of the new colors that they got to use when they were on stage. And, oh, the new colors that are coming in look fantastic. Now, I have heard that one of the colors they're kind of reevaluating. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. So we don't need to worry too much. Let's see. Let's take our Somebody Loves You. I think that's cute. And I'm just going to stamp that in memento. I'm going to do that up top here, because I think I might take one of these cute little die cuts and put him in the pot like he is the little bunny. Let's see if we can find a little bunny. Look at that. Isn't that cute? We could have put that on there. Oh, that would have been adorable. But we are going to... Oh, look at this little bunny. He's kind of dancing around. Wouldn't he be kind of cute on there? Like he's sitting on top of those little pots. Or you know what? Maybe we can take the little seed packets and put beside there. No, I don't like that. I think I'm just going to leave maybe the pots just as they are. Unless we do something like that along the bottom. No, I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone because otherwise I get going too crazy and then I start messing things up. So I'm going to place that on there. What I might be able to do is I might be able to stamp some of the carrots again and bring those carrots along the side, because I know there was a couple of carrots over here too. We can set that. I think I like the little rake kind of thing. I think I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to just glue that right down. Just like so. And then I'm going to put a little butterfly on here. Those little butterflies are cute. I thought there was a third one. There we go. We'll do that. All right, let's move those. All right, so now you can put another piece. Obviously, I screwed that one up, but you could not put another piece on the inside of this if you wanted to, but I'm just going to show you this one. Now I'm taking the opposite color of the other one that we've used, and I'm going to just slide my little pocket inside of there, but we're not done with this. We're going to take some of that ribbon right here. So I'm going to take a piece that measures approximately, let's do, whoops, wrong scissors. Let's do about 7 inches. Yep. All right, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to take the 2 ends together and I'm going to push those through that little hole. And then with my front side, I'm going to take that and push that through that little hole and then just pull that down. Now that might have been a little bit too long. But then our little pocket's going to fit in there. Now, what this serves is this is a bookmark. So they can take this and they can open it and they can put it over their page. And you can put a little message in the inside. Like I said, if you want to take another one of the little white pieces and put inside of there, you will then be making 2 of these because you're going to need the alternating colors for your little bookmark. This we're going to put in the inside so then you can write to your person that you're giving this super cute card to. And who doesn't love a cute little personalized bookmark? Now, what else I had planned on this is I'm going to use just a piece of white. And I'm going to, this is, what punch is this? I can't even remember what punch it is. But you can use any punch that you have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out, I think on this, again, we could put any of our little things on there. I was going to put, I think I might go this way because it kind of just went with this distressed tile embossing folder. That's why I picked this. I was thinking of doing like a little basket. On the bottom here. Like so. And then I'm going to use my maybe crumb cake for my basket. So using the dark, I come in here, some of these little shadow marks that we have. And then on the inside of the basket, coming in with the dark. Now grabbing my light. And then I think on that handle, we could use maybe, let's see what bronze looks like. Let me grab this little scrap that's sitting here. I want it to kind of look more of like a wood. Yeah, that'll work. We'll come in with the bronze and do that handle. And then this will go right here, but we want some of those veggies. We've got little carrots that we could put in our basket. We've got the one single carrot we could put in there. We could actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take my, where's it at? Do I have it in here? I have a little X-Acto knife, but if I can't find it, I could just take my paper trimmer and move everything out of the way besides my little seed packet. And I'm gonna lay that, and since I can see through this, I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm just gonna cut that little basket open. So see, I just cut myself open a little slit of that basket inside, and I'm gonna take my seed packet and I'm gonna slip that inside of there as if I've got my little seeds in my basket that I'm taking out to the garden, and I'm going to plant those. So let me take those and put that like so. But I think I was thinking I might want to pop that up a little bit in the back to give it just a little bit of dimension. Maybe I might just use a mini glue dot because that might be just the amount of lift that I need in the back of that. Whoops. If I can get it to work. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pop those in there just like that. So my little seed packets are right in my little basket, and then I'm going to place that right on the front like so, but I'm going to pop that up. Okay, I'm going to put that right on the front of my card. And I think what else I would do is I would take some of this ribbon. And you know what? I think I probably should have done that in a different color. I think I should have done this and cut that out. What do you guys think? Probably would have looked a little bit better if I did it in like a piece of green. I'll try it when I'm done and see how it looks. I'll finish this one off camera. And then I think I might just do a little bow down on the end there, just to give it some more of kind of following that through. But I think what I really need to do is I really need to grab another piece of that wild wheat, or not wild wheat. I need, what do I use? Old olive. I need a scrap of old olive. Oh, there's one right there. I think what I should have done is, I'm going to take this off. Okay, I'm going to take my little seeds out of here, just like that. And I'm going to, where did I just put that punch? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch that out of that green from that. And then with a white scrap, I'm going to stamp that basket. This is why I normally make my cards ahead of time, but I didn't this week because I kind of just thought I knew what I was doing, but apparently not. All right, now I'm going to come back in with these, come in with the dark. See, and that's the good thing about crafting is we can always change things up. It's not like we're hurting anything. And I'm just going to go ahead and color the handle in the crumb cake dark. Now using light. Okay, now let's bring in my little machine. Now see, I may do this and it still may not even look the way that I was wanting it to, but that's okay. So let's grab our little basket. We've got a die that cuts our little basket out. So I'm going to set the basket there. I'm then going to use my tape. Okay, there's my basket. Now I want to cut that little slit out of the basket again, like I had done previously. So I'm going to take this up and line it right up in the center and cut. And the nice thing is I have a little tick mark on both sides of this, so I know where to stop so I don't cut all the way through. Now I'm going to grab this here. I think I might like it going sideways. I think that's maybe one of the problems is I didn't like There we go. That looks a lot better. Yeah. Okay, so let me adhere the basket down. Grab that glue booger off your glue, because we don't want glue boogers. And get that out of the way. Let's adhere this down. Okay, I'm going to do another mini glue dot. And put this in this little basket. Just like so. Okay, now we're going to pop this up. All right, that's better. I'm going to put that right there. And now maybe that little bow will look a little bit better on there. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay, grab another little mini glue dot. And put that right there. Okay, and so there is our super cute little, let's cut some of this off because that's a little wild. A really cute little fun bookmark for our recipient. So not only are they going to get a fun little greeting card, they're also going to get a bookmark to go in their book, like so. That's going to slide over their book. Now, like I said, you can put another white piece in here and write. But again, you're going to be making pretty much 2 of those card bases. Now you can make this one at another time, but isn't that adorable? I just think that's the cutest little thing ever, that they're getting a gift with their little card. Just cute. And I always like giving little gifts like that, especially like to my team members or to any of my customers that you might have. If you need a little cute gift to give as a thank you for your monthly customers, that makes a really cute little gift too. And then they can take that and they can put their own spin on it and give that to their friends and family. You're giving them inspiration as well as a thank you. So this piece here would go inside of this card base. And again, you would decorate this one up, but I just wanted to show you both that you're going to get 2 bases for pretty much the price of one, I guess you would say. So there is that. Let me bring in all 3 of these cards. I will finish this one up and I'll probably use that as my bonus card for the end of the week. But let me get my mess. Now, any corner punch if we don't have this, I don't believe it's still available, but any corner punch will work to round the corners of your little piece here. And then any little circle will work to be able to put your ribbon in as well. So here is the cards for this week. Now that one has a lot of dimension to it, so it's going to be popping up here. But 3 really fun cards using the Storybook Garden Patch. Now I know I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of stamping, but I really wanted to show you these ideas because this paper is fantastic alone. And you can really do a lot with it, especially with the little die cut pieces that come with that paper pack. The paper kind of is a standalone on this one. This is just a really neat little mechanism that you can create for cards. And then who doesn't love a little gift with their card as a bookmark? These are great to do for Christmas time as well. You could do this with an Easter theme. And that would be really cute also. Do some different little things on the front. Yeah, you could go wild with these cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. There will be tutorials for this. You can obviously watch the replay of this video to see how I've done these. You will also be able to find the middle of, not this week, but next week, you will find the tutorial for this. If you place an order with me of $35 or more, you will get the cardstock in your paper pack that I will send to you in your card class kit. To create these 3 cards, again, you will have to have the Storybook Garden Patch to do your little stamping here, and the Storybook Friends to do your little sentiments on there, but you can really use any sentiments. The main thing is what you are really going to want to have is you're really going to want to have that Storybooks Moments paper pack. That is like the golden part of this sentiment, because it's going to come with your little die cut pieces. So just to let you know, your cute little characters come in here with these, and they kind of are a really cute little standalone. Look at this little thing. Maybe this is the one that I will put on this little card. Look at that little thing of the pots with the little flowers. Maybe I'll do another little piece like this, but I'll do it in the wild wheat and put those on there. That'll be cute on that one. So there you guys go. Have yourselves a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. I know a lot of people in the West are having some ridiculous weather happening. Be safe. Watch out for those tornadoes, hurricanes over on the coast. Anything that's happening wild with weather. Us, we're just dealing with a little bit of heat, but hey, I'll take the heat over wind tunnels and all sorts of stuff. I don't want my stuff blowing all around. All right, you guys, I will see you guys back over on Facebook on Wednesday for live mystery stamping. We're going to have a really cute card to create there. And so you guys take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.